Hi and welcome to another video. This is Kozhik and I'm Kate, just in case we don't know each other yet. But this is gonna be a personal one. I'm actually making this intro now as I'm editing the video together. And it was a very last minute, kind of unexpected trip to Uzbekistan from New York. I went there by myself. Then my husband, he stayed home with Kozhik, because I was going for 2 weeks and there was a lot of uncertainty about this trip. Long story short, I was going there and trying to meet my parents, who I haven't seen in 3 years, actually more than 3 years at this point, because of all the bad stuff that has been happening in the world. We weren't able to see each other, and this was my opportunity to hopefully meet them. Spoiler alert, they did come and we did meet. Everything turned out, but at the time it was very stressful because I was going basically into the unknown by myself, really far. It was a very long trip with a layover, and I was coming a few days early. Well, I've been to Tashkent specifically apparently as a kid when I was 3 years old with my mom and grandma. Also, it was another long and complicated story about how we ended up there and how we couldn't leave. But I have no memories of that. So for me, it was the first time going there. And like I said, I came a few days early so that I can be there in case my parents could come, and they come, I could meet them. So I arrived early. I stayed at a hotel near the airport for a few days, and then I went to meet them. I think I have enough footage for 2 videos probably, so I will show you what we did around Tashkent, which is the capital of Uzbekistan, today. Overall, it was very much a low-key trip. We were just, catching up, hanging out together, but also trying to explore and see all the, architecture, try the food. But we didn't have a very specific plan. One of the things I wanted to do was to find a coat, chapan, they call it chapan there. Well, there are lots of different types of coats. One of them is chapan, which sounded like it was the closest to what I was trying to find. But I had very specific standards for what I wanted in terms of fabric and color and the way it was made and lining, and we've looked high and low everywhere, both in Tashkent and later in Samarkand, and we weren't able to find it in the time that we had there. You'll see that we look at coats throughout the trip a lot and go to different markets quite a bit. And then also, luckily, we got to take a trip to Samarkand. It's an ancient city, kind of closer to the middle of the country. Usually people try to either fly there or take a train, but it's very hard to get train tickets and you have to plan in advance. Like I said, we did everything very last minute, and there were other complexities with bureaucracy that made it kind of impossible to take a train as well. So we took a taxi, and it was about 4.5 hours each way, and we did it in a day, so it was a day trip for us. Oh, it was so hot, but it was definitely worth it, so I'll include it in this video at the end.
Ура! Мама говорит, крутое дерево, впечатляюсь. Масштаб такой. Вон, она отходит подальше, чтобы было все влезло.
Вот 70, вот это 70. Отборный.
Jadi девочка.
Один, два клера? Один, да?
Или черешню казами.
Это да, но там некоторые я трогала, они были приятного, шелкового. Да, но мне такое не надо.
Приятного.
Приятного. Ну а что Бен пропускает?
Кушать мы ее, наверное, не будем, да? Нет, хотим. Давай кушаем.
Какую?
Нет. Давай, день.
Chocolate and fish. Good combination. Тебя нету, что ли?
Нету. Ну, такие же, наверное, мелкие ягоды. Беленькие дала бы. Не, ну валится-то черным, как не подходи. То есть черные
It's the same.
валятся, одежда будет. Видишь,
The same
черненькие
fruit.
падают.
Flavors of childhood. They used to grow on the streets in the town I was born in, and we would always eat them in the summer. Уф, не могу. Давай вдвоем лепешку разорвем.
Что сделали?
Разорвем. Спасибо.
Свежую спекли только.
Going to Samarkand.
Ура!
В разных городах выбрали самый главный перевалочный пункт Самарканд.
Ahmoq, bu bularda.
I can research.
Спасибо, да я иду тебя забрать.
Посмотрели, да? Да там здорово, сразу, да. Это самый большой.
Мама, как?
Супер. Хорошо, что мы сюда заехали.
Да.